한 주 동안 창업자 여러분의 심장을 뛰게 한 가장 핫한 뉴스를 골라 아무도 이야기하지 않는 뉴스의 뒷얘기를 털겠습니다. 하드코어 뉴스 깨기 시간 썰전을 지향합니다. 하지만 썰전은 아니죠. 스타트업 팟캐스트 비욘드 스타트업에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 전 이한정입니다.
이은세입니다.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 여러분.
와우.
저는 스페인어권 유튜버 날루입니다.
와우.
감사합니다.
총괄님, 저희 또 비욘드 스타트업은 글로벌 방송을 지향하지 않겠습니까?
그럼요.
그래서 오늘 정말 모시기 힘든 글로벌 인플루언서 나르디 산타나가 원래 이름이 날루.
네.
날루라는 그 자신의 유튜브 채널, 인스타그램, 페이스북에서 구독자가 벌써 무려 100만 명이 넘는.
그러니까 진짜 인플루언서잖아요. 인플루언서를 주는 사람이니까 진짜 너무 잘 어울리는 그 분인 것 같아요.
그렇습니다.
인플루언서라는 이름에.
그래서 나르디가 주로 다루는 컨텐츠는 어떤 거냐면 한국의 문화나 한국의 라이프 스타일 이런 것들을 직접 체험해보고 원래 이전에는 고려대학교 학생이었거든요. 그래서 이제 그런 라이프를 그대로 블로깅하는 것만으로도 지금 남미에서 난리가 났습니다. 그렇죠?
네.
예, 그래서 제가 여러분들이 처음 이 나르디 산타나라는 분을 보셔가지고 나르디가 페루에서 어떤 사람인지 잘 이해가 안 되실 수 있으니까 간단한.
참고로
네.
원래 페루 분이시고
그렇죠.
지금 한국에서 이제 여러 가지 컨텐츠를 만들어서 스페인어권에 알려드리는 역할을 하고 있어요.
맞습니다. 네. 제가 오늘 대본을 무시하고 막 가고 있죠.
좋습니다.
네. 자, 그러면 저희 준비한 영상을 좀 한번 틀어보려고 하는데 우리 스텝 여러분들 준비되셨죠? 안 됐습니까? 네, 알겠습니다. 되면 사인 주세요. 네, 저희가 이런 식입니다. 네. 자, 그래가지고 그 나르디 산타나와의 오늘 방송은 저희가 중간중간에 영어로 얘기가 될 수가 있습니다. 나르디 산타나 한국말 참 잘하지만 날루는 근데 영어로 방송이 될 때는 저희 스텝이 나중에 VOD 컨텐츠로 한글 자막을 입혀주실 거예요. 그래서 영어가 좀 불편하신 분들은 아래 톱니바퀴 우측 하단에 영상이 있습니다. 어우, 훌륭합니다. 네. 그거 누르시면 자막이 나올 겁니다. 네. 앞에 잘생긴 로건이 웃고 계시네요. 자, 영상 틀 준비 됐습니까? 자, 그러면 우리 나르디 산타나가 페루에서 2년 전에 했던 팬미팅 영상을 한번 같이 보면서 저희가 좀 얘기를 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
No creo que no sale, pero vamos a gritar más fuerte para que Kendro pueda salir. No, nadie. Llamemos a Kendro, por favor. Kendro. Kendro. Ya empezó, oye.
Hay un montón de gente. Y eso me hace una hora más recién en pantalla.
¡Ese es mi pudín!
¡Un pudín! ¿A qué le gusta el pudín? ¿A qué le gusta el pudín? Hay un montón de caras mías que feas, ¿no? ¿Cómo está? ¿Has estado esperando hace mucho rato, ah? Sí, yo también. Yo también estaba muy esperando, está súper nervioso, súper ansioso de estar aquí. Es, digamos, la primera vez que me presento acá en Lima con Nalu y estoy así. Entonces,
Kendro va a estar respondiendo igual. Vamos a hacerlo rapidito, divertido, unas preguntas que ustedes le han dejado. Y a ver, empecemos.
A ver,
vamos rápido con... Listo, Kendro, lo primero que se te venga a la cabeza, lo dices.
Pudín.
Va. Dice, ¿cuál es tu grupo favorito y te animarías a bailar un cover?
¿Hay alguna ARMY por acá? A mí me gusta el grupo BTS. Podría ser mi grupo favorito. Y si me animaría a hacer un cover dance, sí, me gusta bailar, pero no me sé ahorita ninguna canción como para bailar.
Paquetes de snacks coreanos y maquillaje para sortearlo aquí para todas las personas que han traído sus carteles. Vamos a hacer retos aquí también para que ustedes los puedan ganar. También voy a estar regalando los CDs de B2B autografiados. Ahí ya los tengo, me los están guardando.
Pasamos al reto.
Entonces tienen Nos vamos a poner un pépero y el que coma más rápido gana. Ustedes nos tienen que animar, por favor, así, gritando lo más que puedan para Nalu, para mí y para, bueno, para que no creo que Kendro tenga fans, ¿verdad?
No, para nada.
Casi nadie.
No sé quién es ella. Es un completo.
Tienes que apoyar porque nunca has jugado esto.
A ver, ¿quién va a querer coger el pepero de la suerte?
Las damas primero.
Las damas primero. Ta 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 ta.
That was impressive, right?
Wow.
I mean, you are a person
Yeah.
who, you know, in a simpler term, shoots a video and put it on the internet, and people watch you, and they just gather you to welcome back to your country. I think that's impressive. So, yeah, I think that shows what an influencer means, you know, like, and she also said that she could show us what influencers can do. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sure. So basically, this Beyond Startup program is especially for entrepreneurs, you know.
Yeah.
But you are like influencers, but when I first saw you, you didn't even have your YouTube channel.
No, nothing. I just like idea of.
And I saw her every single steps to be like big influencers.
From like opening the channel to.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I mean, like that kind of process is almost like entrepreneur's life as well. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I invite you.
Thank
I
you.
truly appreciate to have you today.
Yeah, thank
Like in global atmospheres, Latino.
you. Yeah.
아, 이게 글로벌 유머는 잘 안 되네요. 네, 죄송합니다. 다시 영어로 돌아갈게요.
Yeah.
So today I have 3 keywords for you. Why, how, what. So first keyword is why. Why you come to Korea? I think this is kind of big question.
Yeah.
So mainly your content is about Korean life and Korean fashion and Korean
Yeah.
design.
Or like my life in Korea. Like how I
right, so
adapt
you
to
are
Korea.
like very professional curators of Korean culture things to deliver
Yeah.
things to Latin
Exactly.
American early 20s females, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, first we got to ask why you come to Korea.
I came to Korea because first my major is business, and I knew all the startup, that's how we met actually, right?
That's true.
So all the entrepreneurship in Korea for me was very different and very innovative. So I was very curious about that. I wanted to see how entrepreneurship is going on in Asia, and Korea is such a developed country and with a super high market and everything. So that was one thing, and also while I was in Mexico, because I live in Mexico, so I saw such a lot of interest from Mexican people towards Hallyu. So I was in like concerts and things, and I was like, what's going on like here? There's something here. So those two things combined make me come to Korea.
Wow, so it's mainly like business-oriented reasons, right? Wow, entrepreneurs.
I guess you wanted to take a look. And also, to my understanding, there are a lot of, not as many as in the United States, but also there are many Korean people and Korean companies too in Mexico.
Yeah, they're opening a lot. The Korean, like people like living in Koreans in Mexico is very big, and they are doing a lot of initiatives and things with Mexico nowadays. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met Nalu, it's been about like 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
right? In Be Global.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, she's been at there to gather some information about startups and entrepreneurship and things. And then we're having Megan Bowen. She's one of top English-spoken influencers based on Korea. So she's like references for Nalu.
I wanted to meet her at the time.
Yeah. But your subscribers more than
Yeah, now
Megan
it's
is
more.
still good friends.
Yeah, of course, now we're friends. Yeah,
You're
that's
a good
great.
friend. Anyway, that was sort of history. So how do you find Korea so far? It's kind of your second hometown?
Yeah, I think you should. I don't know. I like it so far. I really like it. I don't feel like you have to be where. I mean, now we are such a global era and time. So technology makes us easier to live whenever we want. So I just feel happy here. I like the lifestyle, the fast lifestyle. A lot of people hate it, but actually I like it, and I think it's a lot of opportunities here. I see finally this. From the last year, like more opportunities through like Spanish and Korea, because Spanish we have the advantage that we are like many countries, so you can approach a lot of people too. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah,
here.
like the result of this World Cup, you know, Mexicans, Korea, like.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was, you know what? In Mexico, what they did is went to Korean embassy and like celebrate there, and just like took like Korean people and just hugged them, and like that was trending topic craziness.
I know.
Like,
I mean, I'm like not from Los Angeles, but I have a business in Los Angeles, and in Koreatown,
a lot of Latinos there. Yeah.
It's called Koreatown, but the majority of the people in Koreatown is actually now Mexican.
Ah, right.
So like I'm in Korea, but I saw the game and I could picture what's going on in Koreatown right now. Maybe, you know, Mexican people, they're like hugging Korean people and kissing and thanking.
Yeah, and there was like these counts and things, like a lot of people like took advantage of it because it was a trending topic. They said like, Coreano, hermano, ya eres mexicano, which means like Korean, my friend, now you're Mexican.
Wow.
So that's how Latino
awesome.
we do it. Like we embrace it and we just make it. Yeah, it was very trending topic. Yeah.
And culture-wise, like we're very similar. Like
We
Mexican
are.
and Korean, they're very
We
similar.
are.
So
We are. Yeah, I think that's one of the parts why Hallyu is getting so popular and mainstream nowadays. Like when I'm saying mainstream is because it's not just for the people that like Asia or like, you know, no, it's going, for example, this year in MTV Music Awards, we have that in a Latin American version. They include K-pop categories.
oh wow.
So it's not like, oh, for the Asian magazine or for like the people. No, it's just like for everyone.
Now it's established.
Yeah, I just came from Mexico last week, and I was there, and I just turned on the radio, like mainstream, non-special radio, and they were putting like BTS there.
Oh wow.
So like, okay, something's happening here. Like, okay, this is going like mainstream for real. It's not, yeah.
So let's talk more about Hallyu, okay? Because I mean, last 10 years, the sort of the main countries for Hallyu is like Japan and China, Southeastern Asia. But from nowadays, South American market is like the biggest, you know,
Yeah.
like
It's,
this kind of J curve.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know reason. Even I'm Korean. So I think
yeah,
you're
we're
the right
so
person.
different. We're so different, right, from the outside.
Yeah.
I think, and like having contact with my subscribers every day, and being a Latina myself, and grow up with like a certain type of cultures and values. I think what we share with Korean culture is exactly that, like the values. We are, as Korea, a very conservative country. Even though we're Westerners, we are a conservative country. Most of them religious oriented. We live with our parents too. We respect elders a lot. So a lot of people, I think, feels, even since we are officially religious, like Catholic countries.
Right.
So a lot of parents feel safer to let their kids to watch a Korean drama.
Oh, okay.
Which has no
That's interesting.
nudity or non like hard scenes, or like feel comfortable to let them watch like K-pop or all this stuff because they feel like safe.
That's interesting.
So it's okay for them. And like a lot of people too like feel like, yeah, I identify more myself with the K-pop or like with dramas and things than maybe too much Western things we receive from United States, because we receive a lot of things. United States has had such a big influence for us. So sometimes like we can't relate like things we see like in sitcoms, and it's like
They're very different, but still as a culture, so that flows in.
Exactly. We're similar, like maybe in the looks, but it's like they start to live like independent. They get independent very soon. Like, those things like where like we get related more like in Korean. Also, for example, like one thing I will mention, we in Spanish have like that 반말 and 높임말 same as Korean.
반말 높임말.
Yeah, for
Wow.
example.
That I
so-
didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know. Wow.
Yeah, so those things. So when you watch the dramas or watch how the K-pop idols behave, talking about Hallyu, people, oh, I can relate with this. Like I like this. So.
It reminds me of 박찬호 선수 back in the
박찬호? Oh.
Yeah, like he was an okay player,
Right.
but he all of a sudden got really popular because every time he kind of step on the mount, he like bow down to the audience. So people thought that at first people thought that was weird, but later they learned that it's a sign of like respect, and people got to like like him more than before. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. Our staff just shared the URL on this show's live on. So
Okay.
you can share that you mentioned for your subscriber on Kakao group chat.
Okay, right now?
Yeah, you can share.
Okay.
Right now,
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
okay. It's okay.
that's impulsive. That's
Improvising, you know? Yeah.
Like, gotta keep the...
Yeah, but I mean, at
Latino
least
style.
I mean, our audience can see her in action, so
Well, yeah.
that's good.
It's kind of weird, I mean, for Spanish only 20s to watch this kind of serious
Right.
entrepreneurship live shows. But
No, there is like, since like, it's like you put, like, when you want to fish in, there's like some...
Yeah.
I noticed that. So this is the link.
What interests me is that Nalu actually came to Korea because she wanted to learn more about Korea's like entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Right.
I mean, like I've seen a lot of people that are interested in culture, but very few in entrepreneurial ecosystem. So to me, that's really interesting and fascinating too.
Yeah, like to be honest, for example, I set a goal. I said if I don't get like 100K and like in a year, I'll just close my channel. I'll say like those things I was when I started. Like
Okay.
those. I mean, it's not that I can't say that I started just because I want like the business money, because YouTube, you never know. Like at the end, it's up to the person that just clicked your video.
Exactly.
But I definitely didn't start because I just like, I wanted like more, and how can from this is a platform so we can go further or do this. That's what I tried to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I call Nalu just not as just influencers, but she's also like cross-border enablers between Korea to
Fancy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about just cultural things. I mean, she actually did a lot of Korean small and medium-sized companies product like beauty stuff and fashion stuff, and the result of that marketing campaign was fantastic. So I mean, she can, and based on her like influencing, she can do more things. I mean, in more business point of view.
Before we get to that point, I want to ask one question actually. So she
Yeah.
said, if she doesn't get the first 100K viewers in a year, then you're gonna
So
close.
I'm sorry, I'm just putting it here and like saying we want to know about the business behind you too. So I'm just like
Wow.
sharing. So yeah, I hope, and I put that. So.
Yeah, influencers always, improvising, like jazz,
Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. So,
Yeah.
how long did it take for you to get to the first 100K viewers?
Like 10 months or something.
10 months. So you're ahead of your goal.
Oh, the first goal I had, yeah.
I mean, in terms of speed, it's way better than English spoken. I mean, subscribers. Like, for example, like other English speaker influencers, their speed is like this nowadays, right?
Yeah, I think. but
Nalu is great.
I think it's related to the number of YouTubers in that culture doing. The
no,
current
there's
video.
a lot of now. I might said there's at least 30 channels doing Spanish content.
About Korea.
Yeah, it can be
Oh, wow.
Koreans speaking Spanish or like Latinos like living here or like living there, but doing related to this. Like the number had increased a lot because
Right.
they saw the opportunity. When I started, there was like maybe like 5. Now it's like 30 or more.
So how do you speculate? I mean, analyze yourself. How are you being like successful after like 3 years, like 4 years as a full-time YouTubers? You know?
Yeah, I don't consider myself successful yet.
I mean, very objective. I know it's going to be hard,
but what was like your question again? Like
how? Yeah. What is the main key factors that?
Oh, like one of the like what I attribute to have like success, I think is it's gonna sound ridiculous and very cliche, and everybody say it, but I think one of the things like just like kind of be yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Be yourself, but always be aware what is trendy, what is different, what is something like is just treat it as a business. I might say like when you're in a business, you always or you want to start a business, you say like, okay, what is like my current like how is my market? Where is like the current satisfactors? Okay, what is like people actually needs and they're not being satisfied yet.
Right.
So that's what I did actually, kind of very simple, raw kind of business plan. Like, okay, what is this? What is the market? What people want, but they're not getting? What are the current satisfactors? How can I satisfy that need? So I kind of did that, but also just try to enjoy it myself.
That's very simple. That's very basic. But surprisingly, very few people are actually doing that.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
and like for example, if you go to big corporation, what they do is, hey, you know, these guys are doing this, so maybe we should do that too. Hey, my boss wants to do it, so we should do that. You know, it goes on like that.
I remember when I went to some hackathon, because like back when I was in Mexico, I was like this girl, like every week I'm going to hackathons, like startup weekends and everything. They always, they always tell us, never focus on the solution. Focus first in the problem.
Exactly.
If you focus on the problem, then you'll find a solution, whatever product you're offering. So I don't know, I just keep that in mind. And in my case, for example, when I decided to make videos, I said, okay, there is a lot of people that want to watch Korean videos, because there was like English channels, but talking in Spanish, I was like, but there is no like a good Spanish channel. They were like just blogs and things at the time. So, but there's people that they're asking for. So what happened if I do like little more funny or a little more professional one for them? Let's see. So I did it and it worked. So
cool. So I have the sense that there must be a threshold which you could, you know, go through so you can be on your path to exponential growth. So, I mean, in your opinion, what's the number of the viewers at the threshold? Like you said, you wanted to get your first 100K viewers.
yeah.
So, do you think that's the threshold for YouTubers, or is there any different number?
I think nowadays, it depends of your market, but nowadays YouTube is growing that much that maybe before like, 3-4 years ago was good, like the 100,000. But now, since there's every day is more and more people, more creators, and it's just expanding so. Well, I'm talking about Spanish market. It's like you consider like big when you're like 10 million now. So it's like going more. But I think because YouTube doesn't pay you for the number of subscribers you have, I think it's for me, also yes, it's important to have the subscribers, and I'll hit my million soon, but it's also the engagement.
Right.
There's channels, for example, they have like, I don't know, 500,000 subscribers, and they're having like less than 30,000 views.
I see.
I mean, for marketers' point of view, engagement is very important.
Yeah.
So what's kind of your secret to keep that engagement?
Like, just give me all the secrets. I don't know
Because
really.
I'm quite impressed with the Nalu's channel, because when she just upload a video and like thousands of comments just like in 3 minutes, like that kind of things. It's not, we can't, even Google's AI things, they can't, follow this kind of things. I mean, that's the only advantage that influencers can get. I mean, compared with the Google's AdWords or Facebook's, their algorithms.
Yeah, I think to keep the engagement of people.
So be genuine, be yourself.
I mean, I think people, I try. For example, when I started, I just didn't care. And I just be myself, like with my jokes and maybe like some ridiculous things, and people like it.
Okay.
And then I started to, and sometimes you receive criticism and things, and I was like, no, I should be maybe more like, try to
Target
like more, like, I don't know, present myself more calm and this.
Okay.
And then my views got like, people kind of start not feeling me, because people watch you too because they can relate with you.
Exactly.
I can feel you. Like that's why they're not watching TV, because they know it's a script and everything. They just want to feel you near. So, and then lately what I've been doing is like go back to that. Even though I said just it's ridiculous, but that's me.
Yeah, that's
and
part
that's why they're following me. So when I get back to that, people will start to engage more, tell me or write to me or like comment me more.
I think that's where it gets really tricky, because what we're talking about is not a tangible asset.
Right.
Yeah.
It's time that we're talking about, right? And everybody has only 24 hours a day, and to watch Nalu's channel, they, spend,
Like 10 minutes.
good chunk of time for her to watch the channel. So, that because the channel is not intangible, it's really hard to describe how to, like, you can steal it. Like some people like this, but some people like that, and you don't know where you should go after. So I think that's part of. I think that's why it's in the area of like art, and also luck plays a lot. So that's very difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She did it, But I
mean, I think I have like to do better, and I always like there's room for improvement. But yeah, I think just also not just like because all YouTubers like just be yourself. They're kind of like that. Of course, bad. Also, see it as a little like business minded, I might say, because like see the opportunities. What is being trendy, or what is that like? That worked for me because. I mean, when you start this YouTube stuff, a lot of people, they are very like just thinking about the fun or just because I like it. I mean, they don't have the, I mean, it's not the business mind, but I don't know, more like, I don't know how to say more.
Like they just do it to do it,
Yeah, so maybe if you don't notice what is trendy or what is working now, or like see your competitors, what they're doing, or maybe you can follow what there's like the most famous channels doing that is working. So you gotta be like, not just I just like to do this, and of course, if your goal is just do it as a hobby and just relax yourself, keep doing like that. But if you just wanna take it serious and grow and make it your own job, your own business, you gotta be like moving and doing, and trends, and especially in internet and social platforms, change so fast. What worked a year ago doesn't work anymore, and there is like new things. So you always gotta be like checking those things too.
What's funny is I've been a founder for my entire career actually. So for about good 15 years now, and sometimes I find these kind of people. And they say, "Oh, I want to be an entrepreneur because I can be free from time. Like I can be my own boss and all that things."
Yeah.
I told them, I tell them straight up, "Hey, being an entrepreneur is not a full-time job; it's an overtime job."
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So that's what
Every
people don't really
single
get.
day. Yeah. Well, I mean, what Nalu suggests is like in business term, you do some research and development, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
you got to have some strategy, right? And
Definitely,
follow
definitely.
the trend.
Always, especially in social platforms in this internet world. And I might say like that's I will put an example, like that's why there's like the entertainment business, like and like the movies that are for entertainment and they make the big blockbuster and they like sell a lot of tickets. And there's the art movies that they just win like competition. That's why there's two different types.
Segments,
segments, and I think YouTube is also like that too. So it depends on what you want.
Exactly, and also I think targeting works on the channels because I mean obviously older generation like myself, we kind of Google things, but younger generation maybe like Nalu, they search for information on the YouTube. And when I have a problem, I tend to make a call. When they have a problem, they tend to make it, chat.
Yeah, search.
So, you know, so if you want to be a YouTuber that wants to share, you know, how to build a strategy, I don't think it's going to work because there's a discrepancy between the target and the market. But for the contents that she's doing, I think it's a perfect fit. So I think targeting definitely works on you know, new media.
I mean, I agree that YouTube is getting like searching engine, you know, nowadays. It's for like early 20s, like teenagers.
Yeah, if you want to take a look at the number, actually, they're the same. Before, like maybe 3 years ago, Google was maybe 3 times the YouTube, but nowadays it's 1 to 1. So now it's the same.
I mean, nowadays, even my daughter wanna be a YouTuber. So, so what's your kind of advice for teenagers? I mean,
Where they want to be
in every single elementary school, like 50% of them want to be YouTuber. You know that?
Yeah, nowadays.
So how do you say? Because
Tell them it's an overtime.
I mean, myself, I never imagined I'll be a YouTuber. Like you asked me 4 years ago. I'll say just find a need. Like find a need, or first something you like, and find a need in there. Just something you like. Keep in mind that also people watch YouTube because they wanna relax themselves. They wanna have fun. So just find that need and enjoy the process, and don't just like, but actually do it. And know it's like you said, like being entrepreneurs is an overtime job. It's not gonna be like very easy, or some people think being YouTuber is just like doing nothing, which is actually the opposite. So just have fun, of course, enjoy the process, but look for a need. If you really want to do it, go and do it, because for example, I have my nephew. Nephew, sorry. So he wants to be a YouTuber too.
Okay.
So, but he said, I will not start until I have a camera or like this and that. So I told him, like, you know, when I started, I didn't even have a cell phone to film myself. So what I had to do is like ask to a friend to lend me his iPhone. I didn't know how to edit or anything. So I asked my other friend, like, can you please like edit for me? Or like I was like that, and until I learned myself. So if you really want to start something, YouTube or everything, just do it. Or like what you have. And from what you have, then you can scale it up and like grow.
Yeah, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Very true. I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yes, because if you're waiting to have the perfect camera, the perfect everything to start, like, guess what? Like, even with the most expensive camera, that doesn't guarantee you like any view.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, with Megan Bowen, we used to laugh a lot to watch her like very earliest videos.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, quality was poor, you know, but nowadays it's like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think like viewers on YouTube, they do not really expect to see a fully
production.
professional content. They
Absolutely.
wanna find the contents that intersects with their needs or interests.
Related to engagement. I
Yes.
think that's the key factors for.
So I
YouTube
mean,
market.
if you have like great equipment, I think there's nothing wrong. It's good, but I don't think it's the condition to start something.
Yes, that's true.
Okie dokie. So be genuine, find yourself, and do some research and development, and get strategy.
Yeah, like
Very
a
difficult.
business.
Yeah,
Very difficult. Easier said than done.
yeah.
That's true, definitely.
And from my view, I mean, she was quite clever, being like cross-border enablers based on Korean contents. I mean, just you're like curators, right?
Yeah.
To deliver Koreans' fancy fashions and lifestyle things for Peruvians and Mexican. I think that was quite cross-border. Right?
Yeah, it's like
From
a
my view,
cross-border.
that's quite clever. And okay, so it's about the final question time for the first session.
Okay.
Okay, what's your vision for like next 10 years?
My vision for next 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to, like I said before, I want to move from YouTube to like actually establish my business and start.
Businesswoman.
That's what I want to do.
Do you have any idea what's gonna be?
Yeah, I mean, like AJ was saying before, I was like selling stuff, so I want to keep doing that in a more professional way, more structured
Sure.
way, or like launch my own merch, like YouTubers are doing. Yeah, those. I think like YouTube is the platform, so you from there you can do a lot of things.
Exactly.
So it's just basically two layers, right? Do some marketing for Korean product and do real commerce. I mean, cross-border commerce, Korean product to the South.
Yeah,
America's
to Latin
market.
America. Yeah, and also I being in Mexico now and knowing everything, I just want to do more. Like I want to get more known in Korea. So I want to. That's one of my goals now. I realize like I live in Korea and sometimes I don't know if you want to talk about this, but the market, like being a creator, global creator, like being in a place and having the audience in other place is little like challenging. So I would like to. Yeah, okay. I have the channel like the audience overseas, but now I want to get to know more in Korea. Maybe because I know there's a lot of interest for Korean people, for foreigners and things like that. So yeah, that's what I want to.
That makes sense.
Brilliant.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to Korean, okay?
Okay.
자, 1부가 이렇게 마무리가 좀 됐고요. 아, 역시 나르디와 이게 뭔가 에너지가 느껴집니다. 어떠셨습니까?
저는 좋았어요. 그리고
네.
진짜 그 딱 접근을 한 거잖아요.
그러니까요.
내가
그게,
뭘 해야 되겠지라는 거를 딱 먼저 보고
맞습니다.
시작을 하는 거가 사람들이 진짜 많이 아는데 모두가 그렇게 하고 있지는 않은 거란 말이에요. 그러니까 그런 접근을 했다는 것도 너무 좋은 것 같고 또 아까도 잠깐 얘기했다시피 또 한국의 그런 그 entrepreneurship 하고 그런 에코시스템에 또 관심이 있었다고 하는 것도 저는 굉장히 재밌게 잘 들었습니다.
네. 저는 되게 이제 날루를 3년, 4년 동안 보면서 느꼈는데 아까 그 얘기가 가장 맞는 것 같아요. 유튜버 하고 싶은데 나는 카메라도 없고 핸드폰도 좋은 것도 없고 조명도 없는데 나는 어떻게 시작해? 그게 아니라 일단은 시작을 해서 부딪혀보고
여기로 오셔도 돼요. 여기 스튜디오에 오셔도
네,
돼요.
여기로 오셔도 됩니다,
네.
여러분. 여기는 이게 장비가 장난 아닙니다. 네. 자, 그래서 1부는 여러분 아쉽지만 좀 이렇게 마무리를 하고요. 저 2부는 나르디가 그동안 한국에 있는 다양한 제품이나 서비스들을 남미 시장에 마케팅했던 훌륭한 인플루언서 마케팅 사례들이 있습니다. 훌륭한 케이스 스터디를 제가 한 3개 정도 준비를 했어요. 그래서 그 영상들을 보면서 나르디가 설명을 좀 해주면서 이제 이런 글로벌 인플루언서 마케팅이 어떻게 실제 시장에서 워킹하는지 그 얘기를 좀 저희가 들어보고요. 중간에 저희가 이제 1부에서 2부로 넘어가는 텀에 저희가 또 중요한 광고가 있습니다.
아, 그럼요.
네, 우리 총괄님이 말씀해 주시나요? 제가 할까요?
네, 그래서
저희가 드디어 비욘드 스타트업에서 이제 입주 기업들을 여기 모집하게 됐습니다. 그래서 이 스튜디오에 이런 다양한 컨텐츠나 마케팅 지원뿐만이 아니라 뭐 투자 지원, 공중파 그 광고 제작 안내, 뭐 다양한 밸류들이 있는데요. 이제 모집이 이제 시작이 됐습니다. 그래서 이 홍보하는 영상을 간단히 저희가 좀 보고요. 2부에서 여러분 다시 만나도록 하겠습니다. 스텝 준비됐습니까? 네. 자, 1부 여기서 마치겠습니다. 여러분 안녕. 왜 저만 하죠? 다시 여러분 안녕.
아, 이거 같이 하자고.
같이 해야지. 자, 여러분 안녕.
안녕.
이거 막 주먹질 이렇게 해도
네, 여러분 2부에 도착했습니다. 오늘 이렇게 2부. 자, 2부. 날로 2부.
이렇게 하는 건 욕이고요, 선생님.
여기 죄송합니다.
2부.
자, 2부가 시작됐습니다. 자, 이게 영상이 짧았나 보네요. 저희가 쉬지도 못했네요. 자, 그래서 2부에는 아까 말씀드린 것처럼 우리 나르디 산타나 날루가 진행했던 되게 성공적인 인플루언서 마케팅들을 케이스 스터디를 좀 해볼 생각이에요. 그래서 그 중에 이제 첫 번째 영상을 저희가 준비했는데 이제 탑덕이라고 하는 K-팝 그룹을 남미 시장에 마케팅했던 하나의 예입니다. 네. Okay, so let's get back to English mode again.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna play the Top Dogs video. You remember this one?
Yeah, of course.
Turns out quite successful, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a look this video.
I decided like
no lo es, la verdad es algo
to
muy
because
especial que lo
I
están
can say
haciendo para
everything
todas
about
las
Yeah,
fans
yeah.
latinas.
They are not well like main like super popular.
They're not like BTS.
Yeah, they're not BTS or like EXO, like super famous.
Yeah,
Yeah, them. So I said, what can I? Because if I do interview to them, there will
Así que esta es la
be not
sorpresa.
that
Estamos
much
con
interest
Top
because they
Dogs
don't know
y
them
vamos a
yet.
Right.
estar jugando
So I
el
said,
baile de las sillas.
I always
No van a bailar
think that
K-pop,
like
van a estar
people
bailando
like
reggaeton.
people like to
You're not
see
gonna dance
foreigners
K-pop, you're gonna dance
experiencing their culture.
Right.
And nowadays, reggaeton, which is Latin music, is so trendy and like
I know,
Despacito, like
Despacito.
Despacito, right? The most
What's funny is I've been-
watched video on YouTube.
You know, I listened to Despacito for 3 years in the United States, and I came back to Korea, and now it's again. So I'm like, I'm listening to Despacito for, I don't know, like 4 years now.
Yes,
We got to
Sorry,
use that.
yeah,
we got to
it's
use
fine.
that for our background. I love that song as well.
yeah, so it got so trendy and everything. So like reggaeton now is so like famous. And I said like, what happened if I make our music to like Korean group, which is like totally kind of opposite, make it dance. So we made that in a game, like you can see in there, and people loved it. So that video became viral. I consider viral when it gets like a million something in very few time. So yeah, it was like that. Like to see like people to see that different person, like a K-pop artist dancing reggaeton, is like totally like you're not expecting, and people really love it.
So you engage in some Latin American things.
Yeah.
Korean pop, right?
Yes. Like nowadays, for example, like Super Junior just released a song which is called Lo Siento in Spanish, and like with the reggaeton mixes, or like just Mamamo or other group like same. A lot of K-pop groups are doing it like targeting because they know, like you mentioned, there's a lot of interest from like Spanish speakers towards K-pop. So
Right.
they're doing card like all there's is now like Spanish, like hola and this and like singing in Spanish, everything. So
Right.
yeah.
So the market grows bigger, and you know, obviously they have
They want
to
to.
focus more on the market.
I might say like every month in case of Mexico there is a K-pop group on. Every month or even twice a month. It's like going. So people is consuming like Chile too, or Ecuador, or like Peru too. So I did that in that case, and also I might say like.
So that dance is like kind of traditional legged dance.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a K-pop group, I couldn't dance like how we dance because they're more sexy. So I just dance more like everybody can watch dance.
And you guys are having fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we're having fun, and it was so funny. But like I have to say, after that video, people noticed that was successful. So now I was the first one, but after this video, like you can see a lot of videos doing the same, like making K-pop idols watching, like dancing reggaeton.
Entrepreneurs, right?
So I think like it's not that I feel like but I might say I was like the first doing this doing this kind of content. And after I uploaded that video, like there was like several making them dance everything and like dance reggaeton and all.
Yeah, I mean, doing that's more relatable than just shooting straight up about your songs or your moves. Or
People loved it. Like more than 3 million views there. So people really loved it.
Yeah, I mean, after this video, Top Dogs global Facebook, Instagram pages, numbers of likes is like that. That's
Even though they are not famous at all, because like people think, you'll get the views because like if they know you, they are like you said, like BTS or EXO, but they were not known in overseas. So
that's very interesting. You know, power of the contents. People see it and they can relate to it. So I think that's very powerful.
okay. Let's get back to the studio. 자, 우리 스튜디오로 다시 돌아옵시다. I mean, for me, this video stands for very interesting aspects of new media trends. That, I mean, K-pop group, actually, influencers. Nalu is more popular than K-pop group, right?
Yeah, I know at that time.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of very interesting aspect of nowadays media trend, you know. So I mean, for me, it was quite interesting project as well.
Yeah.
And I prepared another project. It's called. This is really interesting for me as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the performance of this
Yeah, it was kind of
campaign
unexpected.
was one of the best for our company's important reference. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Because when I do branded content, I just don't want to put it like too forced. So it's like I'm studying, and then in one of the parts I'm studying, I'm showing like I'm using a language app.
Campus of
Yeah, that's Korean University.
right?
Yeah, it was winter at the time. So I'm showing I'm studying, and also I'm using my it was a branded branded content video. So
To your friends, right?
yeah, that's like just other students. I'm showing how is a day of my life
Right.
in Korea as a student. So since I decided to make that content because majority of the audience is young, so of course they wanna study in Korea, or they wish they can stay in Korea, so they wanna see that, or they wanna see how's my life like inside. So that's how they got like.
I mean, I love that concept. It's more like kind of documentaries, right?
Yeah,
it's
like
not like
my
branded
life.
content. It's like, okay, we are not like ready to sell this, promote this product, right?
Yeah, and
This
when I
is a-
mentioned it, I said like, you know what, I'm studying Korean, like I'm doing this, so people didn't feel like she's trying to sell. And that's something I think brands have to understand, because sometimes they ask you, no, like do more, like mention this or mention this sponsor, and it's like, but I say like, people don't want to feel that. People want to feel like you're recommending as a
Exactly.
friend. Like actually a friend is recommending you, and when a friend recommends you, you're more likely to buy it or use that service.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I think like companies.
Yeah, basically
understand
that
more.
application is kind of teaching the Hangul,
The Hangul,
Korean
yeah.
to foreigners, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, after this video, that the founder of that app development, I mean, quite impressed, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the numbers of downloadings and engagement, and yeah.
It was
Also, I mean, the view of this content is one of top on
Yeah,
your channels,
yeah,
right?
it was like
It's
more than a million or-
above by 3 million, I think, right?
something like that. It went good. It went good.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is kind of good example, not good, it's excellent example
Of a
the
branded
content, you know.
like natural branded
Natural.
content.
People can relate it to, you know. People can engage, but it's got, I mean, also business things
Yes.
as well. So,
It's like I'm studying, so it's natural. It's not like I'm doing other thing and randomly I'm doing other things. So it's just it flows. People like it, accept it. So yeah.
How long is the video?
The video is kind of long. It's
kind of long, like about 10 minutes.
I like 10
10
minutes.
minutes,
Now actually the trend is to make longer videos every time.
Okay.
So yeah,
Not
that's-
shorter, but longer.
like longer.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube likes that now. You do more than 10, 15.
Subscribers are quite interesting in K things, right? K
Yes,
beauty,
like,
K
yeah.
fashion. So
Yes.
I mean that is turned out quite well. So.
Of course.
True, that's true.
How do you find this kind of things? It's kind of as a business strategist point of view.
I don't think I'm following the question. Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Like this kind of branded contents, right? It's kind of new way of marketings, right? So even it's a kind of story, it's advertisement. It's engaging with some storytelling, you know, also based on influencers' power.
So I think
Yeah.
it's definitely a new form of advertising.
Right.
And especially in Korea and in Japan too, maybe in China too, what they try to do, what they have been doing is they star, you know, a very famous figure, and they try to kind of embed the product upon the star, and people buy the star, and the product comes. You know, that's kind of traditional approach to an advertising in Asia, especially. But that you don't really sell the contents, but I think you kind of deliver the message of how you could actually take the value of the product by demonstrating it.
Right.
So in a way, it's more direct, But if you're on the receiving side of the information, you feel more comfortable because you don't have to look up about how you can actually use it or what you can get from the product because you're seeing it. But then it's kind of embedded in the content, so it's more like softer kind of approach to the product and also the market. So I think it's very, very interesting. And also what's really funny is that when people watching, for example, Nalu's video, they voluntarily watch it.
Right.
Yes, that's true.
I think that's a very important aspect.
That's the most important factor for me.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, basically, it's kind of same that we did PPL for traditional drama series, like K-drama things. They do the PPL as well, right? But for your video, they volunteer to watch your video. Also, your subscribers are quite targeted, like early 20s who's got interested in Korean things. Very targeted vertical area. So it means they got a lot of potential and possibility to engage that product,
Yeah, they're most likely to.
They have more willingness to.
That's right.
Experience the product. So
That's true.
So I think this kind of advertisement can be more, popular because nowadays TV is getting old, Just making message for every single person's on this earth. I mean, it ain't gonna work for me.
I don't even watch TV anymore.
Oh yeah.
I don't even watch TV anymore.
I don't have even a TV, so
Wow,
yeah.
it's good for you.
I mean, there are a few TV programs that me and my wife like to watch.
Yeah.
And when we were in the States, we could selectively watch that program alone. But over here, it doesn't work that way. So we don't really watch TV anymore. So, but on the YouTube, for example, you can search for the contents that you specifically
want to watch.
So I think that's really
That's the most important and interesting.
That's what YouTube gives you. Like you choose what you want to watch. It's not anymore like I choose for you. Like it was the traditional television or media. It's like I choose what I want to watch and how many times, how I want. And also I have a voice. Now, like my opinion, like the comment section, I have a voice.
And I think one more important aspect is how an influencer like Nalu delivers the message. Everybody has different style.
Right.
And the audience likes the specific style of the delivery of that, influencer or YouTuber or creator. So from an advisor perspective, I think it's important to find the right delivery style. So it could be delivered in the right way that's intended. So
I think, talking about the sponsored videos and everything, at the beginning of YouTube, because YouTube's like more than 10 years now, it was like people didn't like it. It was like, no, they were trying to sell me like television and everything. But now I think we're in a point that they know already, like it can be like your job. Being a YouTuber is not a hobby, it's an industry. And now they're getting used to it. Like they're not, because I felt the beginning was, maybe when I entered to YouTube, no, but like, first, second generation of YouTubers was more rejection, but now they're they're not used to that. They know, so it's even more easier now.
definitely. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So our final reference is this video with Logan. Hello, Logan.
Yes, actually, that's my most watched video.
That's true.
In my channel.
Can you guys prepare for? Okay.
Attention.
Yeah, so I'm just saying this video doesn't look to doesn't want to objectify anyone, and just looking just entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attention, right?
Attention in English. Yeah.
I like how it sounds.
Atención.
Spanish.
like Spanish.
Por favor. 죄송합니다. Okay, can you explain about this video?
Yeah, the video asks Korean guys to simply react, because actually their channels are do a lot of reactions, about to my subscribers. So previously I asked my subscribers, I asked their permission if they have to be older than 18 to they wanna appear in the video, because they always do reactions to famous people, and I said, but people would love to see, because especially people that like Korea, or of course if you like Korea and you're a girl, you're like a guy too, you're some way you're interested in some Korean guy. So what happened if also like not like not like I can say like normal Korean guys. I react so normal Latino people like not normal like non-famous. What they will say. So the reaction was like everybody was crazy and then everybody was wanted to know their opinion and everything. So that's why I was. And we go again like it's very target the market. They're young, they're female, and of course they would like to see.
Like, how did you get the idea? Like, what I mean is, usually it's the other way around, right? People, your audience, they react to something that other people on the YouTube show, and now you want to switch it. Right? So how did you get the idea?
I don't know, sometimes just get the ideas or just reading comments and they say why not to do it and just normal my subscribers and it was also a little controversial too because it was controversial because I'll say like Latinos we come in all the colors and all shapes. We're not like for example Koreans that like is very more specific type, biotype. Yeah, we're more like we can be like white and black and brown or like even Asian Latinos, everything. So unfortunately, in Latin America, some people prefer like white Latinos or they think like white Latinos are better. So I'm showing here very like just some pictures, like real pictures my subscribers send me. And there was like some Latinos, which is a little sad. And because this video became so popular, like not even like people that like it, it's just when they get popular, it's just like everybody watch and like people that like it, people that like it, they were saying like, why didn't show the more white Latinos or or like that? It was like
That's really cool.
Yeah, but it was just between like girls and girls, like that was the only thing. But their answers were so good. And other thing I wanted to add here is in television or entertainment, emotions sell. So love or friendship or drama, like so. If you use that to like move something, it's more likely to work.
So let's approach this video in very business point of view. I mean, these all.
Only for Tinder like campaign. Tinder contact me. No, like please, like I want a Tinder contact. Yeah, that would be perfect for Tinder. Like.
That's gonna be fun.
No, I mean, these four guys are not common Korean guys on the street, right?
Yeah,
They are like at that moment.
Of course, Logan is like super handsome.
Logan is here. He's a very handsome guy, just sitting up there. But they are basically creators, want to be like global creators. But at that moment, they are like very early stage, right?
Yeah.
They got just 30K, I don't know, 30K, 20K subscribers. But after this video, what's happening, Logan?
A lot of people came from
Nalu.
Nalu's channel, right? Oh yeah.
They say, I come from
Nalu's channel.
Because you're handsome.
not really.
Well, now I might say you look like better,
I mean, DK TV, they are like the best, reference for this swapping project.
Yeah.
After this video, their subscribers like 10 times, right?
Wow.
Yes. I mean,
yeah, because this video has like way more, like almost like 4 million views. It's like, wow.
So still, I mean,
it's like people have to watch it to hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it's controversial, actually that sells better because you have to consume it to hate it.
Yeah.
So.
And then so many people like, and they're always asking, please the second part, please the second part. And even other channels did second part, like copy my idea, didn't have the same success. So it's like, I don't know, but like, but it's a little like controversial. So I'm like, I don't.
It's a little bit like Psy, When Psy came on with the
Psy.
Gangnam Style, for the first time, it's very fun, it's very different, it's very unique.
Yeah.
But when you have the second Psy, that's still good, but we've seen already.
yeah. Nowadays, Psy is Psy, right?
I like Psy though.
Oh, well, Psy is nice stuff. But Psy, the point I love about Psy is, Psy is just Psy. Psy is not K-pop, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's the good point that I love the Psy. So Nalu is Nalu. You are not like a stereotyped influencers just dealing some Korean things to deliver for South Americans, females, right? It's just Nalu is Nalu. I think that's very important on this.
Yeah, and now I might say like I do like Korean content about my life in Korea and also about myself. I want to become more like towards all. Yeah, but also I wish I can. Also, I want to, like I said, like now like Latin America to Korea. So like the two ways.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a good time. I see more open ideas and more things in Korea. Like even in the looks, I see a lot of more like tan Koreans or things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Korean product has very unique kind of personality.
Right.
And from the very same perspective, I think Latin American products and culture have the very unique personality. So I believe that there should be a market about it in Korea too. So.
Yeah, like the superfoods or everything. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
Great. So let's get back to Korean mode. 자, 그래서 오늘 2부에서는 나르디와 함께 진행했던 되게 성공적인 글로벌 인플루언서 마케팅 케이스 스터디들을 좀 봤습니다. 은세 사장님 한국어로 어떠셨습니까? 좀 느낌이 어떠셨어요?
되게 재밌는 거는 정말 사람들이 이렇게
네네.
날루라는 굉장히 그러니까 퍼스널리티가 있는 그 플랫폼이 영어도 아니고 한국말도 아니고 그 개성이 있는 플랫폼에서 정보들을 계속 얻고 싶어하는 니즈가 있다는 거를 보여주는 거잖아요.
네네네.
그러니까 그게 정말로 많은 변화가 시장 내에 있다는 거를 보여주는 단적인 예가 될 수 있으니까
네네.
그래서 봐주시는 여러분들이 또 좋은 아이디어를 많이 얻을 수 있지 않을까라는 생각이 들어요.
네네. 그래서 여기서 한 단계만 더 들어간 얘기를 하면 이제 그런 이 인플루언서의 퍼스널리티, 어떤 개인적인 개성에 기반해서 형성된 팬덤을 기반으로 이제 상거래나 다양한 비즈니스가 전개되기 때문에 그게 엄청난 장점이기도 하지만 이게 하나의 스케일러블한 비즈니스로서 성장하는 데는 또 한계로서 작용이 되더라고요. 그러니까 이게 날루스 마켓이라고 했을 때 날루가 그 형성할 수 있는 시장은 어느 캡이 생기더라고요. 그러니까 그것을 어떻게 극복하느냐가 사실 또 이 인플루언서 마케팅의 과제기도 해요.
저는 그거는
네.
그렇게 생각하지 않아요. 지금 팬덤 얘기를 했지만 제가 또 팬 오리엔티드 스트래티지라는 제 프레임워크를 가지고
전문
있잖아요.
분야시군요. 네.
근데 날루가 아까 되게 재밌는 얘기를 했어요. 처음에 이렇게 했는데 좀 you got negative comments about
Like
your style.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, the bigger you are, the more some comments, but
So you try to lose it, and you lose your viewer, right?
Yeah, I was like because I was not used to some negative feedback. Like I mean, constructive is okay, but like just negative.
I know.
I just try to be more like not myself, like more like quiet, more like that, and people like didn't like it really. So I said just be myself.
So I mean, what I'm trying to say is you got to understand the people like you because it's you.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's take a look at Apple. You know, Apple is such a great company, very innovative, very cool, very sexy, very everything. But compared to Samsung, it's a peanut shop. Still, it's a great company, right? So if Apple wants to lose the personality and try to be like Samsung, that's a hell day, right? So I think you could kind of expand your market by exposing yourself to a broader audience. I think it's awesome. But if you want to change yourself to be like something, then I think it does more bad than good. In a lot of cases, it's true. So that's my point of view, man.
Yes, man. 자, 한국말로 하셨더니 또 영어를 시작하셔가지고.
Because 날루를 좀 인게이지를 하고
싶었습니다. 네, 어쨌건 그래도 이 인플루언서 마케팅은 여전히 새로운 이 마케팅의 새로운 화두면 분명하고요. 그리고 또 이런 시장에서 나르디가 말씀하신 것처럼 자신의 브랜드에 대한 진정성을 지켜나가면서 계속 확장해 나가면서도 다양한 이제 비즈니스를 계속 엮어 나가시면 앞으로 크게 성장하실 거라 저는 믿고 있습니다. 네. 그리고 저희는 오늘 이 방송을 상당히 전략적으로 진행한 게 앞으로 저희는 그 해외에서 한국의 아주 훌륭한 VC나 아니면 뭐 정재계 인사들이나 오셔도 다 이렇게 방송이 가능하다는 걸 보여드리려고 레퍼런스로서 마련했습니다. 어떻습니까?
그렇죠.
네, 그렇죠.
가능하죠.
가능하죠. 네, 그 첫 번째로 100만 인플루언서.
감사합니다.
네. 그래서 for Nalu, this video, I mean, the subscribers, I mean, viewers, they are like entrepreneurs and some possible investors, you know. So hopefully they're gonna call you, or I'm
Yeah,
gonna be like middleman for you. Okay.
Sure, of course. Just 연락해 주세요.
Okay.
감사합니다.
So 마지막으로 인사.
Like, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope.
It's my pleasure. Appreciate it.
Yes, and I hope, more opportunities to come, and like just remember, there's like a lot of markets interested in Korea right now. We should work for it.
Thank you. 자, 우리 비하인드 스타트업은 항상 글로벌을 지향하는 방송입니다. 은세님. 네.
네,
네.
그렇죠. 그리고
네.
이제 오늘 되게 저 나름대로는 굉장히 재밌는 그런 주제였고 사실 제가 뭐잘 모르는 분야니까 너무 재밌게 들었지만 아마 많은 분들이 비슷하실 거라고 생각해요.
네.
그래서 질문 있으시거든 뭐 다 아시겠지만 밑에 코멘트 할 수 있잖아요.
Right.
구독해 주세요.
다 코멘트
네,
해주시면
다들 여기에 강해.
구독해 주세요.
네.
코멘트, 구독해 이거 강해.
그리고 이거를 좀 하는 편이
네.
되게 좋다는 또 그 힌트를 들었잖아요. 제가.
아, 네네네.
그래서
맞습니다.
그리고.
여러분, 저희를 사랑한다면 구독 버튼, 코멘트, 랄랄랄라 이거 해야 되는 거예요.
It's like
Getting like influencers.
Yeah, like 구독해 주세요. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
오케이, 네, 고맙습니다. 여러분, 다음 시간에 봐요. 안녕.
안녕.
바이. 수고하셨습니다.